It's the Forces Station, BFBS. I'm Chris Kaye. Let me check in with the Forces consultant for British Forces Resettlement Services, Rob Locking. Hi, Rob.
Hi there, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Back at the office now after a bit of time away in Wales last week, so all's good.
Yeah, you've had a busy time getting around the country.
Very much so, very much so. Glad to be home.
But, you know, the hard work continues. You know, you're still very busy, lots of events coming up and stuff like that. So let's get the lowdown on the next big thing that you're doing, the Military Community Careers event coming up in Grantham. Before we get on to that, though, I think we should, put this into context. Tell me a little bit about BFRS to begin with.
BFRS, the British Forces Resettlement Services, we're out there to assist the armed forces community in finding that second career outside of the forces. And we say the community, and with that we mean those that are still serving, the veterans, reserve soldiers, the families, and really anybody that's been involved with the MOD within the tri-service.
And obviously this next event is going to do that, so you're going to welcome the whole military community and try and get them into employment. So who's going to be at the event?
This event, as normal with other events, we have our training providers there. We've got trainers such as NUCO Training. We have the British Military Fitness Academy, Train to Train and Surveillance Group. On the employing side of things, we've got Scania Great Britain Limited, Heathrow Airport, as Drivers Direct, Mawson's International and United Lincolnshire Hospital NHS Trust, and they're just to name a few. As
you mentioned, if you are a veteran or you're coming to the end of your service career, or perhaps you're a spouse, you want everyone to come along and, find that next job.
Definitely, and there's plenty out there. I believe this event has over 2,000 jobs available at it on the day, so there is plenty to choose from.
So how do these things usually run? Describe what happens at one of the BFRS careers events.
As an attendee, you can pre-register prior to the event, which gives you vital information to build up and gives you a chance to research the companies that are there. Alternatively, you can turn up on the day. You will be given a magazine, an event magazine, which again holds all the information for all the companies that are exhibiting. This then gives you the opportunity, like I say, with researching, and makes your visit a lot easier. You can plan it, and then you do know who you want to kind of visit and speak to inside the hall.
More from Rob coming up next, including networking advice. This is One Republic and Apologise. It's BFBS.
I'm holding on your road, got me 10 feet off the ground.
This is the Forces Station, BFBS. I'm Chris Kaye. If you're leaving the Forces or you're a military spouse, there will be 2,000 job opportunities available to you at the BFRS Careers event next week in Grantham. British Forces Resettlement Services are holding a jobs fair on Thursday, the 14th of July, with vacancies in a cross-section of sectors. Rob Locking is their Forces consultant. And Rob, it's worth talking to as many companies at the event as possible and finding out what they have on offer, because many of these businesses will have roles in admin and finance and management, even though that might not be obvious from the name.
Exactly that, Chris. A lot of people do look at the name of the company and think, oh, maybe that's not for me. It could be a gas fitting company, and you think, well, I don't really want to be a gas fitter, but actually, they have logistics, they have HR, they have all sorts. So the bigger the company, the more opportunities they're going to have with a wider variety of jobs.
And that's where, doing the research comes in handy, and not being afraid to, walk up to these individuals and start networking.
Exactly that, and the companies will soon tell you what you can do for them rather than what they can do for you. Have a great CV with you, prepare it well, and it can really, really make a difference on the day.
So what would you say to service leavers and families to encourage them to come along and be part of this event?
My main thing is, if you're looking for employment or you're looking for a retrade even, outside of the forces, put your suit on, make yourself smart, get a good CV put together and really sell yourself. That's something that everybody, I believe, in the armed forces community can do, is sell themselves. We're good at talking. And
the forces have a lot to offer, a lot of really good skills, disciplined and, conscientious, all of these good characteristics. So if someone's coming along on the day, what advice would you give them? Obviously bring a stack of CVs, right?
Definitely the CVs, like I say. Dress smart, it's first impressions. People may look you up and down. These could be your potential employers you're stood in front of, and the first impression is probably one of the best things you can do.
Nice one, Rob. Well, listen, thank you very much for being on BFBS today. And a final reminder then, when is the Military Community Careers event happening in Grantham?
It is at the Grantham Mears Leisure Centre in Grantham on Trent Road on the 14th of July, and it runs between 0930 hours and 1400 hours.
Excellent. And as you mentioned, if you want to pre-register, where do you do that?
Yeah, go on to the BFRS website, which is www.bfrss.org.uk, and go to the Grantham Job and Career event page, and you'll be able to register there.
Perfect. And obviously, Grantham, not the only event that you've got coming up. You're also going to be elsewhere around the country during the course of the rest of the year as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we are down in Tidworth in September, and we finish off our year in Catterick later on in the year after that.
Nice one, Rob. Thank you very much. Speak to you soon.
No worries. Thank you very much, Chris.
You're gonna look